Nvidia is about to go to 180 and I'm going to show you why. Now, if you take a look at the portfolio, we're currently past 700K, 713,000 and up $54,000 for the month. And Nvidia is a huge portion of this. And I actually have over a six-figure position in Nvidia right now. And I'm gonna show you my strategy, exactly how I'm playing this and how you can play this depending on different price levels, okay? By the time you're watching this, we're already into the new year. This is being made Christmas Eve. So Nvidia is trading at 139. It went as high as 141 today, 141.50. We're definitely probably higher by the time you're watching this. And if we're lower, that's amazing news, okay? That's amazing news because you're able to get in at a discount before we continue this huge run up. Now, as you can see, year to date for 2024, 184% up. I think next year, Nvidia can at least do 100% return, okay? So you can literally double your money. And PE ratio, 55. And if we look at Guru Focus, this is one site I like to look at. I love to look at their financial strength in comparison with the rest of the industry. So you have Avago, AMD, Qualcomm, lots of other chip companies and stuff like that. Cash to debt versus industry, better than 61%, okay? Debt to equity, better than 61%. Equity to asset, they're around that 60% mark, okay? But they have the best chips in the game. They literally can't supply enough Blackwell chips to the companies that are demanding them. So what I think is going to happen is Nvidia and Jensen Huang is speaking at CES. This is happening January 6th. So hopefully this is going out by then. You're going to want to get in because after this event, I believe Nvidia will start to skyrocket even further because Nvidia or Jensen will talk about different avenues that Nvidia is going down, different artificial intelligence technologies, and kind of where the company is going and where it sees the industry in the sector, okay? So let's talk about different price levels on Nvidia. Right now, obviously, as you could see, we have a kind of this, what is now, it was support, but is now resistance, this 141 area. Okay, so we have to cross this. If we've crossed this by the time you're watching this, the next area of resistance is going to be this all-time high, okay, of 152, I believe, 152, yes. Okay, 152 is where we have to watch. And I believe that if you can get in anywhere between 127, where we bottomed out back on December 17th, to 152, this is a great place to get in shares, leaps options, which I'll go into, short-term call options if you want to play that route, and cash secured puts, okay? I'm currently doing all of them except for the short-term call options. That's not something I typically do because that's higher risk. I do believe we are going between 170 and 180 by February 26th, which is the next earnings. We always see Nvidia run up into earnings, so I think we're gonna hit this target either prior to earnings or on earnings day, okay? So if you wanna play this and we are trading below 152, if we're trading above 152, then cash secured puts and shares are gonna be the only way to go, and I'll go over which ones to do, but let's kind of talk about the current position, okay? Actually, we'll go back so you can see. 100,000 in collateral for cash secured puts, and I currently have 74,000 in new leaps options and shares, okay? 400 shares, 5 leaps options, which I purchased when Nvidia went below 130 on December 17th, okay? So I got into these because I knew this was a good time. I had a lot of comments on my videos saying, Ryan, Nvidia is gonna crash, it's going down, and that was an indicator to me to get in, okay? That was an indicator to double down. When everyone is saying, oh, Nvidia is gonna keep going up, it's gonna go up forever, that's kind of an indicator of, oh, okay, maybe we're getting a little too hot here. So we're obviously not at that level. We haven't breached all-time highs yet. So what I would do, okay, is let's talk about the long-term leaps. These are gonna be the best play. You can go out 360 days. You don't have to go out, actually go out to 388, just Jan 16, 2026, all right? This is gonna be the best bet. You're gonna go 70 delta which is going to be the 126 strike. It may be different by the time you're seeing this, but make sure it's the 70 delta. That's going to be the most capital efficient. Obviously, if you could do it buy them on a red day, that would be great. But these are going to cost you about $3,700, which is great because it would cost you $13,900 to control 100 shares. All right, this is only going to cost you $3,700. All right, the risk on these, obviously, you could lose the premium that you paid for it, but I don't foresee that happening because Nvidia has a good year ahead of it. So that's going to be my favorite Leaps options to purchase, the 70 Delta, Jan 16, 2026 expiration. If I wanted to go shorter term, I would go to, let's just say the June, 178 days. And again, I would do maybe a 75 Delta just to play it safer. And these are going to cost you around $3,100, okay? The 120 strike. So yeah, that's going to be the highest risk play that I personally wouldn't do. But if you're more kind of risk averse, or like you don't care if you take on risk, that would be the one. All right. Now the safest play is either buying shares, at a discount below 152 if it's below that by the time you're watching this, or just going 31 days out. Okay, 31 days out, and going to the 25 to 35 delta, depending on how risk averse you want to be. If you're super risk averse, 25 delta, you can collect $248 at the 131 strike. Obviously, this will be different by the time you're watching it, but 25 delta, you should get around the same premium. So let's see how much that is. All right, this 25 delta is paying out 248 divided by 131. All right, that's about a 1.9% return if you round up, 1.9%. Not bad. Definitely not what I would be going for, especially selling cash secured puts. I would be going for at least the 35 delta. Let's just go 37 to be, just to be a little bit more risk on. So 415 divided by 136. That's a 3% return. That's more what I'm going for. So 3% is going to be good on the 35 delta is going to be that's the one to go for on the cash secured put side. Remember, this is not financial advice though. This is just me showing you exactly what I'm personally doing in my portfolio, as you can see right here. So I hope that you're able to get into Nvidia somewhere between those price ranges. If we are higher than 152, remember, just cash secured puts and shares. And I'll see you in the next one. If you got value, please thumbs up and take care.